Well, today we are back to trying to make some videos with some type of purpose. I was watching a video by another YouTube creator, and she was talking about the need to make a bank of B-roll shots for your YouTube channel. I'll put a link to her video in the description below in case you want to check that out. If you're thinking about getting into YouTube, her channel is a great tutorial channel. The difficulty is on this channel, I don't stock any footage. I do everything live every day. That was the purpose of the channel. And so, I've been trying to think. I might be able to do some of that on my photography channel. There might be times that I could make use of it on my New Retired Me channel. But the way those two channels are set up, I'm not really sure it's going to work there either. The thing that I did take away, two things that I took away, is that when I am out making these shots, instead of getting one shot and being done and moving on to the next shot, it's really better to do three versions of the shot: a close-up shot, a medium shot, a long-distance shot. And I'll show you what I mean by that as we're talking through this. Because I went to the grocery store first, and then I went to check on the water level in my car because I keep getting an error message, and I needed to look at it. But so along the way, getting a close-up shot buying groceries, and then getting sort of a medium shot buying groceries, and then getting the longer view shot buying groceries. And I'll put a label on each of those as they come up on the screen. So by doing that, you give yourself some choices. Maybe the close-up shot doesn't work the best on this particular video. Maybe you need the long shot on the video that you're doing, and you've got an opportunity to move around and make things work that way. The other thing that she recommended, and that I have attempted from time to time but really haven't made a habit of it, is to film all of your B-roll at 60 frames per second. And so here's the deal. Most videos that you see on YouTube are shot at 24 frames per second or 30 frames per second. Those are sort of the two that work. And they give you the best quality of what you're doing. But if you shoot at 60 frames per second, you can run that at regular speed so that it looks like every other clip in your library. Or you have the option to cut that in half to 30 frames per second and still have enough frames to look like the rest of your roll. So you can slow the speed down by half. And sometimes on your B-roll, that's what you want. I rarely ever want to shoot 120. There are some times when that works, but with the 60 frames per second, you're also maintaining your audio. And on the 120 frames per second, you don't. So all of the shots that I did today in the grocery store, at my car, drinking coffee, at Mean Mug, all of those were shot at 60 frames per second. And I'll put some footage up here while I'm talking of what it looks like at regular speed, and then what it looks like at half speed. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel and you're following, some of the things that we're doing on this channel to help you with that, this is a very valuable, important lesson to know. And I would recommend that you think about stockpiling some B-roll footage that you can just pull in from time to time. Same shot, wearing the same clothes, but it's giving some movement and some fluidity to your discussion rather than just doing a straight-on talking head video like I usually do. And so it's just a few things to think about along the way. Right now, I have a dead cat on my mic, and the wind is blowing pretty hard. So I'm hoping that I can get that wind noise knocked down a bit using the dead cat, and then also maybe run it through Adobe Podcast Enhance to get rid of the rest of it. But that's the video for today. 3 shots, close up, medium, long, and shoot in 60 frames per second. And that's the habit that I'm going to try to make happen going forward, to give myself the ability to choose. Now, I will say up front, it's time consuming. For instance, the 3 clips of getting out of the car, you have to set the camera up right below the door, get out of the car, then move the camera, get back in the car, get out of the car, then move the camera way out down the parking lot, get back in the car, get out of the car. It's time consuming, but it is so necessary and important. Let me know in the comments what you think about these ideas about B-roll, and we'll see you tomorrow.